What? You guys have made it to part 3? That's right. And that is one of my most exciting and fun parts of this 8-part series, and that's going to be the back of your camera, all the buttons and functions and how to set them up, as well as the LCD screen and a few functions in there. So let's go on and dive right into that and learn a little bit about this Sony A7 III back of the camera. This is the fun stuff, all the buttons and functions. So just to go over the screen's awesome. It's an articulating screen. It doesn't articulate from the side. So as you can see, you can kind of pull it up and you can kind of do stuff like that. But it doesn't give you a lot of flexibility. Mostly, I just leave it set in like this. So there's a million buttons and functions here. So we have C3, which is another one of our custom function buttons. Menu mode, if we want to actually go into the menu and take a look at that, which we're going to do that here in a little bit. There's your diopter that we talked about. Again, so you'll adjust this. So if you're looking through your viewfinder there, you can actually get the focus just right depending on how your eyes are. So if you have really bad eyesight, you're going to want to play around with this diopter. I'm going to let you know that right there. Record mode, so if we're going to record video, that's how we record video. Autofocus on, this is what I use as my back button function. So like when I want to back button focus, I just go on and hit this right here, and it will back button focus for me. And if I have your focus button right here, which I guess we didn't really hit, but this is how you take a picture. I'll have that turned off, so it will lock onto the focus right there, which is fantastic. For back button focus as well, this will zoom in and out. So if I had a picture, and I don't think I do have a picture in here. So if I hit this, oh, well, I can't, but mainly it will allow you to hit this, and then you can scroll this and you can magnetize and really scroll in to make sure things are sharp, like eyes in a photo shoot or something like that. So if you're doing portraits and you want to make sure it's super sharp, you can just hit that while you're in the playback, scroll in, boom, get that information, see if those eyes are super sharp. If not, then kind of readjust your focus. So this is a multi-function button. It pushes in, so you're able to push in, and you can actually move it around. And what we'll do is we'll scroll this back down to just the manual mode. So we'll have it in photo mode at the moment. We can hit our function button here. Now you can change these out if you want. Again, we will talk about that. So you are actually able to change all of these functions back here depending on what you need for shooting mode. But you just hit the function mode here. As well, you can jump between this display, and if you hit this button up here, you can, if you haven't gone on and changed this, if you hit that, you're going to get this display right here. So you're able to actually go through and see all this information right here on how your camera is set up. And we're going to go over a lot of like these functions in the actual menu settings, just to let you know. And then each one of these, so you can, and we'll hit display back to go back. But if I hit ISO right here, I don't actually set, even though it says ISO right here, I have this set to turning my touchscreen on and off. So you can go in and customize each one of these buttons right here, depending on what you need. And you can customize them specifically for video when you're in video and when you're in photo. So these buttons will actually be different if I'm shooting pictures or video, just to let you know. Same thing here, I can hit this button and this turns my zebras on and off. So if I want to see if I'm overexposed or underexposed, I have that option there. And then I can hit down here and this turns off my peaking on and off. So I can actually see my peaking. And what peaking does is it lets you know what's in focus and what's out of focus. I have mine set to red, so everything that's going to be dots of red will actually be in focus, and everything that doesn't show red will be kind of out of focus, not as sharp. You have your playback button right here. And then you have your C4 and delete button there. So again, this is another custom function, and I have my picture profile set to this one specifically. So depending on which picture profile, and I have all my picture profiles preset to what I want them. We will probably do a video on wedding settings for your camera, because that's mostly what I do, is a lot of weddings. So again, I'm just going to leave it in PP1, but if I didn't, I could just turn off my picture profile as well. And then this is your playback button right here. And as you can see, but all of these pictures that are on this card was from a different camera, and so that's probably why it won't let me hit this and kind of zoom in, because these were taken with the Sony RX7 or RX7 Mark II, RX100 Mark 7. That's what it is. So the RX100 Mark 7, which We got a video coming out about that in the near future, or it's already out. So if you're interested in learning about the RX7, RX100 Mark 7, there you go. The last button that we need to talk about is your AEL button. What your AEL button is, and I'm just gonna kind of walk you guys through this. It is pretty much your AKA your AE lock button. So the AEL function is useful when using a number of pictures that you want to stitch together later into a panorama. By using AEL, each picture stitches together using photo editing software, maintains the same exposure so your newly created panorama looks like it was shot as one photo. So mainly it's going to help keep that exposure after you take each individual shot. It's going to lock that exposure in so it won't change at all. Therefore, when you actually stitch those panoramas together or any type of photo where you're going to be stitching multiple photos together, the exposure will stay the same, which is fantastic. So that is a walkthrough of the actual body, everything that's on the outside of the body. So of course you guys are ready to jump into the menu system, so let's go have some fun with that. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in and watching whichever part you just finished up. As always, there is a link right over here to the side that you can click. It will pop out, and then you can actually pick which part you want to watch if you haven't finished them all. And there is going to be a link at the end of this video. If you do happen to click on that link, that does give us a little bit of commission so that we can keep making these videos. And as always, guys, I'll catch you next time and create better. Let's go. Well, it was a lot of fun teaching you guys about this camera body. If there's other camera bodies you'd like to learn about or other videos that you'd like to see here at Media Unlocked, please let us know because we're here for you and we want to make content that you guys want to watch.